Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Bethel Evangelical Free Church Hanley. I'm Pastor Gervais Charmley, and we're back again in North Yorkshire. This is the Church of St Matthew, Keasden. It was opened in September of 1873, and that makes it a little bit over 150 years old. The church has been a little altered since then, but it still very much has this feeling of a simple building for simple people, because it was designed to serve an upland community of shepherds and farm workers far away from the mother church of the area was Clapham, which is quite some way down. And it's therefore originally a chapel of ease, later a parish church. And it celebrated just last year its 150th anniversary. So we'll have a look around. Please excuse the buzzing sound. There is a dehumidifier running here, and of course it can't be turned off. So that's the explanation for that buzzing noise. You just have to put up with it like I do. So there we are. As usual, then, we start at the west end. The church was designed by Mr. George Tunstall Redmayne of Manchester and built, of course, by local labour. The font is a fairly simple one. You can see it here. There is little in the way of decoration. The seating is these open benches. It is, after all, I say, a chapel of ease initially, and it's for this simple rural population. Pulpit is, of course, original, and we have here, oops, let's watch out to whack my feet on something, and we have here the organ. Again, that is, I suspect it's a slightly later addition to the building. They often are, because organs cost money. But that was by Thomas Hughes of the Manningham Organ Works in Bradford, so it comes from Bradford. And we have here we've got the Creed and the Ten Commandments, and the Lord's Prayer rather. On the other side we've got the Ten Commandments and the altar, and a little bit of coloured and patterned glass, but no actual stained glass, and above the window, holy, holy, holy. So typical of a lot of little churches and chapels of ease built at the time in England in the Victorian era. There's a desire to increase church provision, and of course, sadly, a lot of these are the buildings that end up closing first. This one is still very much functional, in spite of being up here in the moors. So here we have it as a very, very simple. There is a separate chancel. It's a more complex building, of course, than Eldroth, the last one we saw, which is about 5 minutes drive away. And whereas Eldroth down the valley is up in the moors, as we shall see when we go outside, which is next. So here we are outside at Keasden. Again, you see this simple stone building, no tower, no aisles. The separate chancel business is something that the Victorians rather liked, and it giving some kind, well, obviously the more high church you want a sort of separate chancel as a separate space. So that's the outside. We'll have a look around, and usual closing words then. And so here we go, the outside. See the porch, of course, very important. You need somewhere to keep umbrellas and hats and things, particularly when it's raining, when people are going to church. The style is early pointed, early English, lancets, which is adopted. It's a relatively simple version of the sort of Gothic pointed style. So therefore it's not very expensive. You haven't got to get people to carve complicated window tracery for you, which is very important. Because something like this, they have to keep the costs down, in spite of the fact, well, because it is a simple building up here. And you can see, look around this, there is no real village. It's a scattered township, scattered farms here and there, nothing in the way of a big, or nothing in the way of the centre really. The nearest thing to the centre is the church, as you can see here, and little vestry out on the where the north door would be if it had a north door. But because this is post-medieval, it doesn't have this unnecessary north door. It has a necessary door into the vestry. And so that is the more of the outside. Just get round to the west end, and it's triple lancet, or double lancet rather. You can see there's the chimney where the vestry has shares a chimney basically with the stove that was the original heating for the church. So we'll carry on up here round again to the west end and to the church gate. It's on a moorland road, and ample parking opposite, by the way. So that's an important thing for people visiting a place like this. So that is St Matthew's, Keasden. You can see there by the door, there but by the porch there is the war memorial. So St Matthew's, Keasden, just over 150 years old and still in use. A lovely example of these simple buildings that are put up to serve these little rural congregations. So thank you for watching, and may God bless you and keep you until next time.